Damn it, Mr. Train.
When's the next one?
I've only got to wait a week.
Wait, a week?
What kind of station is this?
Welcome to Pilning.
Pilning is a station on the South Wales Main Line, located just before the Severn Tunnel between Patchway and Severn Tunnel Junction, and is the least used station in the county of Gloucestershire, serving the village of the same name. It opened in 1863, was resited in 1886, and until 2016 had 2 platforms serving 3 tracks linked by footbridge. However, this was reduced to just 1 platform serving trains in only one direction when electrification of the South Wales Main Line forced the footbridge to be removed in order to allow for the overhead wires to run through. In the 1970s, the station was served by just 2 trains per day, but due to passenger numbers falling further, service was cut back to just 2 trains per week in 2006. Today, they run only on Saturdays, one at 8:30 in the morning and one at 3:30 in the afternoon, running from Cardiff Central to Penzance. As a result, it is one of the least used stations in the UK, with only 330 passengers using it in the 2023-24 period. However, passenger numbers have been on a steady rise over the last few years, largely due to the efforts of the Pilning Station Group, who have been campaigning for the footbridge to be restored, as well as a general improvement of service. We were curious to know what keeps the spirit of this little station alive, so we sat down with 2 members of the station group to ask a few questions.
Alrighty, so we're joined by some people from the Pilning Station Group. Do you want to introduce yourselves?
Yes, sure. I'm Olga, the chair of Pilning Station Group, and this is one of our passengers, Stephanie, and she's a member of the group as well.
And could you tell us why you care about the station and when you started campaigning for Pilning?
Yes, sure. Well, my personal involvement started in 2015. Oh, crikey, 10 years ago.
10 years.
When we heard that Network Rail had plans to remove the footbridge from Pilning Station, which would scupper the service and take it down to potentially 1 train a week. So very quickly I started writing messages to GWR, Network Rail, asking them either to retain the footbridge or make sure that the footbridge gets replaced. But that's my personal involvement. There were other people before us, and one person in the recent history that I would like to mention is a friend of Pilning Station, Jonathan King. He was a local resident in Pilning, and he used to come here every week and catch every train to make sure he returns to Pilning, and he used to do some tidying up around the station as well. He was a lovely, lovely chap.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love they've got the plaque up there.
Yeah.
Yes, that plaque used to be attached to the footbridge.
Oh.
Sorry, take a moment here.
Yeah.
Before Jonathan King, who started campaigning in the late 1980s, there was another campaign going. And I can tell you something. Members of Pilning Station Group went to the archives in Kew. And we managed to find the very first petition where local residents asked British Rail to stop more trains in Pilning.
Wow.
Interestingly, that petition was signed by your remote uncles who lived in the area. They were farmers. And any guesses what year it could have been? Roughly, give us a ballpark figure.
British Rail.
Probably British Rail, or whoever represented British Rail at the time.
It's been in the 1970s? 80s?
1970s, good guess. Is that the final guess? 1970s?
I think
Final guess.
Okay, it was the 5th of March, 1873.
1873.
Okay, so this is when people started campaigning for more stopping trains at Pilning Station. There is a disclaimer, that particular request for more stopping trains was Pilning low level, going to New Passage. But it doesn't change the fact that there is a petition in Kew archives asking to stop more trains at Pilning Station at the end of the 19th century.
So clearly this has been going for a long time. Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. Alrighty, so next question. Of course, Jeff Marshall came here a while back for all the stations. Obviously, we're not quite on his level of subscribers, but it's been 7 years, I believe, since then. What's changed? Anything?
What's changed? What's changed since Jeff has been here? Well, I would say the biggest change that Pilning has seen since then is that obviously the porter cabins are gone. The station, everything has settled down, and also this station is now served by IETs, 100% of the service, unless there is a special stop, of course. But I would say the levels of service are the same, number of passengers loosely the same. Check the office of Rail and Road, and it's the same nice, quiet rural station with weekend service.
I think I could be entirely wrong here. If I'm wrong, there'll be a correction on screen, but I think the passengers actually gone up, I think, since then. With the exception of COVID, for obvious reasons.
Yes.
But I think it has, slowly but steadily sort of trickled upwards.
Sorry to quickly pop in, but Daniel asked for a correction, so I'm going to give him one. In all fairness, he is mostly correct, as passenger numbers have risen significantly since the station group's efforts began following the removal of the footbridge, peaking at 700 in the 2019-2020 period. Although, the pandemic has taken a bit of a hit, but hopefully numbers will continue to rise in the future.
I'm very pleased that you are watching Office of Rail and Road, and I'll tell you, the year when the footbridge went down, that year, Pilning enjoyed fewer than 50 passengers. If my memory doesn't fail me, it was something like 42. That's obviously a ticket sold. Jeff Marshall's visit to Pilning actually changed the perception of Pilning, and a lot of people started coming here just to check it out. That was amazing. And in 2019, so 2 years after Jeff visited Pilning, we had the total number of 670 passengers in 1 year. So you can see how the numbers suddenly just blew out of all control. But sadly, of course, then COVID hit. And I think ever since then, we've been floating at around 200 to 350 passengers a year.
I'll double check what it is for, the 23-24 stats, unless you know.
Yeah.
I'll double check, it'll be on screen. Oh, there's a train coming through!
That one could have stopped.
Could have stopped?
Yeah.
That was another Penzance, I guess.
Speaking of which, why is the station not being proposed as a request stop, so that more services can stop during the week?
That would have been lovely if we could just ask for train services to stop. I agree with you. I'm not entirely sure what the considerations are. This is probably a question to GWR. But my understanding is this is a fast line, and it would be difficult to make all the drivers slow down and look out for passengers on the platform, because potentially you can have hundreds of passengers here from the nearby business park. So maybe, and of course, because you can't return here, maybe railway authorities use this as an excuse not to stop more services at Pilning. I don't know.
So, Stephanie, does this station have any regular passengers who aren't train enthusiasts?
Yeah. Me. My little sister sometimes. Few other people.
Yes, this morning there was this guy who lives in Pilning, and he said he catches the train regularly as well. We see various people.
Yeah.
We don't always sort of ask them where they're travelling from and why. Train enthusiasts, very few.
We see a few.
We see a few.
Well, we're here today, aren't we?
Yeah, including
You're
us.
here today. Welcome to Pilning.
Yeah.
But really, I would say
It's more
for locals.
Yeah.
They do find it very useful just to have this stop and service that potentially can get them anywhere. Gloucester, Bristol, Cardiff, Penzance.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was going to say, you collect or count the amount of people that come to visit Pilning? Because, of course, Office of Rail Road, for instance, we're coming here on Rover tickets.
Yeah.
So we won't count towards the statistics. We're actually here the day after we did the Abazant's Voyager train. So we're still on those same Freedom of Seven and Silent Rovers. So we won't be counted on the official website, but we will be counted on the Pilning website.
On the Pilning, yes, the Pilning Station Group takes their own measurements, shall we say. So we take the times the train has stopped down to the second, we record all this, number of passengers, we record passengers with dogs, passengers with bikes, and we draw our own conclusions from the data that we collect.
Yes, obviously it's very helpful seeing the Officers and Railroad statistics, but it can only go so far. Okay, so one more question. What do you see as the future for Pilning Station?
Oh wow, Pilning has got massive potential. So as you know, we are right in the centre of the world where things are happening, and they're happening very fast. So Pilning is not just a small station that can potentially service the villages of Easter Compton, Pilning or Severn Beach. Pilning is a lot wider than that. We see Pilning as Severn-side gateway, where people can be coming to work in the nearby business centre. Also, there is the Wave, one of the very few UK's inland surfing lakes. It's an amazing place, highly commended if you want to do some surfing. Also, there were talks only last week on the television that there may be a new cricket arena built just across the road here.
Oh, wow.
So really Pilning has a lot going for it, and it's very nice that GWR do keep an eye on this station. They try to keep it up, they try to keep it tidy as much as they can, and hopefully one day you will see a magnificent footbridge spanning across the tracks, maybe even with lifts
And
or
you've
ramps.
got tactile paving, which is amazing.
We've got tactile paving here.
Yeah, that's
it's
very
a
good to
very
see.
new addition. Yes.
Yeah, that's very good to see.
Yeah, so thank you GWR for keeping an eye on us. So I think it's all happening, and if this station is kept tidy for the time being, when the time is right, when there is a demand for the service. Oh, and I didn't mention that a new motorway junction is going to be built here, just half a mile away from the station, I believe, within the next 12 months. So when all this happens, then I think Pilning will very quickly be prioritised in the world of railway authorities, and we will see a better service, more passengers, and maybe you'll come back and say, wow.
Yeah, hopefully we can come back sometime soon. Yeah, say, what's changed, and there'll be all sorts of
Where do
good
we
things.
start?
Yeah, anyway, sounds like the future's looking bright for the station. I think that's all. So thank you very much for your time. Don't forget to check out the Pilning Station Group website. There'll be a link in the description.
So, Stephanie and Olga, thank you very much for making us feel very welcome here at Pilning today.
Thank you so much for visiting, and I hope to see you again soon.
It's clear that Pilning means a lot to a lot of locals.
Yeah. Don't forget to check out the Pilning Station website. The link to that will be in the description.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, what's here at Pilning? Well, it's electrified. It's one of the least used electrified stations in Britain, which is quite surprising, which is cool. So yeah, Pilning. Only got one platform. That one is disused. So yeah, only one platform. Down there towards the Severn Tunnel, there's the station building, which is abandoned. Apparently that's private property. Heading down here, well, there's a shelter with these two guys in it. And there you go. And well, there's a bin. You can't see it blowing because it's got it in a can, which is a bit frustrating. And yeah, honestly, really that is it. There is really not much here at Pilning.
So we've stepped outside the station. What's everyone's final thoughts?
Well, it's a station that obviously is underserved, and also, it doesn't really have as good as infrastructure as needed, as pointed out by the fact it used to have a footbridge, now it doesn't, and as a result trains can only run in one direction. It basically is a station that should get more services and needs some TLC, so that's my final thoughts.
The future is looking up at Pilning.
Yeah.
Pilning.
The future is looking bright.
Business Park, Motorway Junction.
Yeah, and hopefully with the efforts of the Pilning Station Group, things will keep getting better. I think that's about it from us now.
Right.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Thanks to the supporters. Their names will be at the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
So it's the end of the video.
But we've still got 6 days and 11 hours until we can get a train out of here. So here's the waiting.
Cheers.
Still, at least we've got our shorts.